By the way, Nick Searcy missed our Jim Ross interview last week, so I'm giving you a heads up, Nick. June 5th.
Oh,
it's me, Victoria, and DDP. Are you going to call in?
Wow.
Oh, I will try to call in.
I'm going to remind you. It's DDP. Come on.
Wow.
It's going to be a good show. That's going to be a good show.
Well, it's funny. One of the things I'm working on right now, one of the projects that has kept me away from acting school is that for the last year, I've been working on this show about independent wrestlers. And I went to Georgia last summer and shot for about a week with a wrestler named Mickey Gotti, who's kind of my partner in this. And we've been sort of pitching the show about, aspiring wrestlers in Georgia. And we finally got some traction on it about a couple of months ago. This company, Magilla Entertainment in New York, they do Long Island Medium and Moonshiners. They're a pretty successful reality show company. They kind of have taken us on, and we're going to be in the next 2-3 weeks. We're pitching the show.
No, I think it's a good time too because Billy Corgan's independent wrestling show just sold too. So I mean, no, this is true. Billy Corgan has a wrestling company in Chicago called Resistance Pro, and they're doing a reality show on AMC about the behind the scenes of this indie wrestling promotion.
No shit.
But Nick has a different spin with his show. His show's totally different. But I think especially off the heels of the Corgan show, you would definitely should be taking meetings on that now. That's smart.
Yeah, I mean, and the show that we've got is definitely way different than what Billy's done. Ours is much more about who these people are, who does this, who are these people that want to be wrestlers and also work in carpet mills and garages and do all this other stuff during the week, and then on the weekends they're $25-$50 a match. They're dropping each other on their heads, and they long to be in the WWE. I mean, to me, that's always fascinated me because I always wanted to be in the WWE. I just didn't want to lift all those weights.
Well,
also I found the sort of grabbing sweaty men and rolling around really distasteful. But other than that, I really wanted to be in the WWE.
Well, and it's funny, too, because I see you've been hanging out. You hung out with Matt Hardy. I know you and Matt Hardy became friends, and John Morrison, and all these guys that you're meeting and stuff. So you definitely are getting to enjoy your hobby of wrestling. That's for sure.
Yeah, and hopefully, if this show, takes off, I mean, I'm hoping that it will. And I'm kind of confident that it will. I mean, it'll give me a chance to do some other stuff because Matt Hardy and I are talking about doing some things together and some other things peripherally. So I'm a serious.
So are we saying that Nick Searcy may be stepping into a wrestling ring?
Yes, we are saying that.
Oh, that is some news being dropped here. Well,
I may be other than a wrestler, but I might be stepping into a ring.
So you may be the new Paul Heyman or Bobby Heenan.
Well, that would be great. I mean, I love Paul Heyman.
Yeah,
I think Paul Heyman is a genius, and really, he's been around forever. I mean, I remember him when he was Johnny Dangerously.
Right, Paulie Dangerously, and he had the giant cell phone, and he would crack it over people's skulls, and it was great.
Right.
I remember, You remember the Clash of the Champions where he had Jason Hervey on from the Wonder Years, and he interviewed Jason Hervey, and he took this huge cell phone, one of those Zach Morris cell phones, I call them, from Saved by the Bell, and he cracks it over his head, and it busts in half, and I go, that's the greatest wrestling angle I've seen on TV in forever. It was great.
That's right. No, that's great. He's still a genius. I mean, he still cracks me up.
Oh yeah.
I love that he will not shut up about Brock Lesnar beating The Undertaker. He just never shuts up about that. That is hilarious.
Hey, I wouldn't shut up about it either if that was on my list of wins either. The thing I love about Nick is I could see him being like James E. Cornette meets Paulie Dangerously. That's what I see. I see a little James Cornette in you too.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what Matt Hardy and I are talking about. We're trying to figure out exactly, you know, because if I do something like that, I want to do it with respect for the business, and you know, I want to do it and respect what Matt's doing, and you know, we're just trying to figure out a way to unleash international film and television star Nick Searcy into the wrestling ring. So